Hello and welcome to what I call a new video, and today we are going to be talking about ideas because I have run out of them and I'ma need to think of more. And frankly, this comment right here has given me the idea of talking about ideas, or the way I come up with ideas, or more specifically, I'm going up with ideas right goddamn now, and I'm telling you the thought process behind it. See, I haven't thought of literally anything for this video. This is very different from the usual video, even if I don't have an overall, overarching story to a video. I have a general idea of what I want to talk about. However, today, I don't got no idea. Well, let's start. Well, what's the thing I like to talk about? Undertale Deltarune. However, Deltarune tomorrow. So we're going to think about Deltarune first, and then you're like, what can I even think about when it comes to Deltarune? And then you'll be like, well, maybe I can talk about the characters. And then I'm like, nah, really, there is no one I can talk about. I talked about Ralsei twice at this point, and frankly, I do have a Ralsei theory cooking up in my brain right now, but there's like an actual idea that I don't want to spoil, and that's already an idea I have. So, how about we think about a character that we don't yet know anything about? I'm recording this at the end because I forgot to say it in the beginning. Like, subscribe, and join the Discord. Yeah! That's right, we gotta kick that shit down. That door is coming down immediately. That's right, we're gonna go ahead and do a theory about a character that no one's thought about yet. What about Temmie? Well, Temmie wasn't very interesting in Undertale. There was a whole village about it, but other than that, there was absolutely goddamn nothing. Temmie and Deltarune, on the other hand, that's an interesting thing. See, Temmie has a few things with an egg, and that's it. Temmie, egg. There's probably something there, but in actuality, no, there is absolutely goddamn nothing there. The only thing we got on Temmie is egg. Or was it rock? I can't remember. Maybe we can look at, instead of the characters, we can look at the universe, and one part of the universe is the Dark Worlds. How about we make a Dark World theory on how, the Dark Worlds connect? See, we already know that the characters inside of Dark Worlds are already existent before a Dark Fountain is made around them. So, while a pen, for example, might convert into a sword in the Dark World, the sword will always have been in the Dark World, even if the pen itself wasn't always in that place. One very obvious example of this is Queen from Chapter 2, because in Chapter 1, Jevil talked about the Queen, and in Chapter 2, afterwards, the King is talking about the Queen as if we haven't met her already. So the Chaos King knows about the Queen, and Jevil knows about the Queen. But from the Chaos King, we know that it's not some weird, Jevil thing that Jevil knows about the Queen. We know that Chaos King knows about the Queen, so because Chaos King knows, it's just a normal, usual thing that everyone knows about. So that's a good hook for a potential Dark World theory on how they interact, and how the Dark Fountains are the thing not actually creating the Dark World, but just linking the Dark World to the Light World, and how that interacts. You can make a theory on that. That's an idea right there. And also, I got a goddamn phone notification while I was talking, and it's a YouTube notification. Who uploaded is a German YouTuber called Domtendo. You'll love to see it, I think. Now I'm over here, I'm thinking again, Deltarune tomorrow, we gotta get more Deltarune theories out there. See, it's still almost a month of shit that I gotta talk about until Deltarune comes out, so we gotta talk about Deltarune, or else I'm gonna fucking go insane. I'm gonna have so little views. We talk about Deltarune again. How about we do the world, but one more time? How about we do the do Gaster guy? You love to see him. A fun fact about him, I actually had his theme as my phone ringtone for a while there in 5th and 6th grade. That's not a joke. I recently changed it to this. I'm fucking cringe. So what can we say about Gaster that hasn't been said before? Well, we can look at every single thing that Gaster has canonically done. That would be the Twitter posts, which we can only presume to be Gaster, and the introduction, where the Ghana is made, the Ghana maker, you love to see it. That's the things we know Gaster did. Other than that, we have absolutely no goddamn idea, and at that point it's just, fan fiction writing. But I like fan fiction writing just a little bit. So how about we do a Gaster video where I just list everything he canonically did, and then I pull just so much shit out of my ass you don't even know. You know what? I like the idea of that. Let's put that shit on the board. The Gaster theory is gonna go in right goddamn now. Yeet. What'd I just say? Yeet. Yeet chin music. Okay, I'm gonna stop. That's sweet chin music. I'm not yeeting the chin on a music. But I'm tripping, I'm sliding, I'm running to the back like gun. Must have on the beat, whole people, and you rap, huh? He a freak though, man down, call a ambulance, tell him breathe. Now I'm boss, so the posse walk around like tease. So what's up with these jabroni ass? Try to see content. The industry can hate me, fuck them all, hey mama. How many options really got? I mean, it's too many options. I finna pass on his body and just Stockton. Beat your ass and had the Bible that got watching. Anyway, where was I? I wrote Ghoster. I wrote Ghost on the board. You hate to see it. You know, I haven't actually, thought of any Susie theories. So what if I just, kind of jump in front of the camera and start talking about Susie? See, Susie obviously has a rough, home life. That's pretty obvious. We don't know how rough it is at this point. Anything we, decide on with the home life of Susie, that's just fan fiction writing, which you do love to see, if I do say so myself. We know that Susie's a bully. And we know that Noelle's a sub. I don't know why I mentioned that, but we know that. The thing about Susie is that I don't really know anything. Sure, you can probably tie her into something. You can get a rope, tie her around a little bit, and get a fury going. But I don't do that. I don't do that. I either get bare-fisted into my asshole and get the dumbest shit imaginable out there. Or I do a substantiated claim. It's either one or the two. But actually getting a rope and trying to, grab something and whoop, that's not what I do. That's not what I do. That simply isn't what I do. Simply not. So I'm kind of feeling like sweet genius. I never hit those, man. I never hit those. I can never be a WWE superstar. I never hit those. Okay, Susie theories, that's not my forte. That simply isn't my forte. One of the main characters, and I got nothing. That's unlucky. Maybe, speaking of Susie, see, I was thinking of Susie, and then versus Susie, the song came into my mind, and then I was like, it would probably play again. That's just a good enough song not to be only played once in a single scene in chapter 1. So in my head, versus Susie is gonna get played in the snow grave or weird route in a future chapter when Chris fights Susie again because, I'm smart, So what if I make a whole ass video of just those kind of theories, music theories, if you will. The music theory of Deltarune, which is a fire video title and will definitely mislead people, which I do love to do. So I feel like music theory is a very good video idea when it comes to Deltarune. And I actually got another phone notification, which we will break up this video for, and I will include. It is another YouTube notification by Angry Tom, who has uploaded Buggos 2, and we get a Reddit notification from Character Arcs, which I hate having Reddit on my phone. Welcome to Deltarune, have a look around. Anything that brain of yours can think of can't be found. We've got mountains of chapters, some better, some worse. If none of it's of interest to you, you're not the first. Welcome to Deltarune, there's only 2. We don't know why we're playing, but it will be good soon. Fuck it. I could do a Welcome to the Internet Deltarune song parody, which I have done for TF2, but I don't know. That's not a video idea. That's just me wanting to do shit because I have ADHD. Lamau. A funny bit would be, a funny video idea would be to lose fat. Get swole. Have I considered that yet? I like to be active. I like to be active around the camera. I like to move around here, there, everywhere. But in the end of the day, I'm a fat motherfucker. I got them super kicks down to a goddamn science at this point. But that shit don't matter if I die of diabetes, which I don't have, funnily enough. I missed it by 0.2 points when I got tested a year ago, fun fact. Since then, I've lost 30 kilograms. But, it's the thought that counts. I got tested 2 years ago. No, actually, exactly a year ago. I was tested right before my birthday. Yeah, that was the point of the test. I've already run out of goddamn topic ideas. I've run out of, ways to approach the topic of Deltarune. And, now I'm confused. I know I'm, kind of the what-if guy, the what-if whiteboard guy. But, I don't think I can do what-if Deltarunes yet. Because the chapters aren't out yet. I don't know how the story goes. That is how the story goes. Oh! And congratulations, it's a celebration, party all day. I think I should just do a video about all the fucking YouTube songs I know. I got the culture. I got the culture in my veins. But I'm stuck doing Undertale Counted. I'm not stuck doing Undertale Counted. I could stop at any time. I swear. I really want to, you know what? You know, this ain't a Deltarune video no more, fuck you. I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what kind of YouTube culture I got in my veins. But I got some culture in my veins, and I think it's somewhere around 2015. Because, you know, I gotta be honest, I got born in 2006. That shit was 19 years ago, funnily enough. So in 2015, I'd be 9 years old. Which, funnily enough, is before I got, like, access to English internet. I started watching English content in 6th grade. I watched Killian Experience. So I don't even know what kind of culture I have. Like, I know Grumpy Cat, I know Nyan Cat, I know Doge before Elon Musk made him his own personal lapcock. But like, I know that shit from back in the day. And now there's a government motherfucking agency in name and not in function, because you can't actually make a government agency per executive order. So this motherfucker ain't even a government agency for real. But like, still, damn! Yeah, I'm absolutely gonna make this video. This shit's on fire in my head. Am I gonna go back to Deltarune now? This video is about Deltarune. I mean, I can actually make a comprehensive night fury. That's probably a good idea, and like let people know what I actually think the night is going to be. Like, I said a bunch of shit that contradicts with each other because I think it's just the funniest thing to say in the moment. But if I do a whole video about the night, I can no longer be funny in the moment. You know, that's unlucky. Unlucky, I say. Unlucky. I don't like doing that. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna make a whole ass night fury and just, you know, say the funniest thing in the moment that it completely invalidates my own theory. I don't care. I'm going to be the funny man. I am fat and funny. That's my role. I don't need to be correct. I'm going to be correct because I'm fucking smart. I am intelligence incarnate. But that don't matter because I'm gonna be funny too. Switching music is what they call me. That's not what they call me. That's what they call my move, because my move is the switching music. This reminds me of the time where I went in front of my class for an English assignment, and they told me to make a Twitch account. Like, my shit got 12 points, which is the equivalent of, like, I think it's like a 2, which for Americans, B. But like, when the feedback time came, when the students were supposed to say shit, one of the students just said, "You got a Twitch account?" And I was like, "I don't." I lied. I have a Twitch account, which you can go to, by the way, right goddamn now. Do you love it? Do you enjoy me? Now you can enjoy me live. Wait, I just realized my entire channel is just that one memory of mine. What the fuck? Why did I not realize this? You know what? Next idea, that is definitely Deltarune related. Draw my life, but specifically on the whiteboard in the same unhinged manner that I always do shit. It's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna do that shit at... Damn, my underwear's showing. It's at times like this I enjoy having a 720p camera, because you couldn't see my throbbing... You may realize this video is a little less organized and a little more loose. That's because I'm kind of supposed to be working right now, but I thought this would be a cooler thing to do. And frankly, music theory goes incredibly hard. I can do a Dark World theory, I can do that shit, I can do that shit. Like, I can do that shit. This go hard, this go incredibly hard. Like, I'm gonna probably title it something like, I'm what the YouTube 2010s culture feeling. I don't know where I got that title from. Lose fat though, that's a real good idea. I should do that. That should be me for real, for real. Anyway, this is supposed to be a Deltarune video. Have we forgotten? I think I forgot. Who forgot? Me! Deltarune. This video is gonna get so many people to unsubscribe. My underwear is showing again. My fit goes absolutely goddamn underwear and hard. I am hard.